There, Andrew here from the Reach Company. In this tutorial video, we're going to be going over the media and sermons area for the Flint Ridge Baptist Church website. And so we're going to start just by seeing what we have by clicking on media at the top. And here in our archives, we'll see that we have two sections. One is the Sunday worship sermons, or the Sunday sermon, and it'll display the three most recent sermons here. And then if someone wants to view all the the Sunday sermons, they can click more sermons. And then the same for Tuesday Bible study, the latest three, and then more teaching that we click here. Now let's click on it and see what's going on. So the first thing here is we have the title, the speaker, the date preached, sharing options if someone wants to share to Facebook, Twitter, or email it to someone, and then sermon info, and then a little sidebar with the upcoming events. And here we have an anchor embed. Of course, if you move to video, or video and audio, then this place will adapt automatically to whatever kind of media you're adding. And the image behind here is the featured image that we'll see in a moment. So let's go to the back end. So Flint Ridge Baptist Church, this is your dashboard area, of course. And so we're going to click Sermons. Sermons is going to bring up the list of sermons on your website. Over here on the right, you'll see things like topics, speakers, series, and sermon types. Right now, you just have two sermon types. By the time you receive this, this might have gone away, as this is just something that we wanted to be able to differentiate between Sunday and like Tuesday Bible study. If you have more sermon types you want to add, let us know and we can accommodate that. At any rate, so let's, instead of adding a brand new sermon, I want to break down one that's already added so that we can see how it works. And so we're going to use the perspective of kingdom stewardship. And here we have the title at the top, information about the sermon. So I bold the scripture reference here, and then I have the a synopsis of the sermon here. And then below here I have the sermon information. And you'll see what types of media are you adding. If we want to add a video, we can add a video URL. We need to make sure that we're adding the full video URL, not just a little short one that YouTube can give you to share at times. That'll mess up the player. We need to add the URL that's whatever's up here for YouTube or Vimeo. Drop that URL in. And then we're using Anchor FM for our podcast embed. And this little iframe code that you can get just by going to whatever episode you're trying to share, clicking share, and then clicking this this embed, and you can copy that, paste it right into here, and it'll update the player there. Next we have the date preached, so you can select whatever Sunday the sermon was preached, and it will show that on the front end. Select the speaker. If you have another, like a guest speaker that's not in your system yet, make sure you add the speaker before you add the sermon, otherwise their name won't be here to select. Select a series. From what we've discussed, it doesn't seem like Flint Ridge is a preaches by series or doesn't organize sermons visually that way. So this isn't as important, but if you guys move towards that in the future, then we can begin using this functionality. And then we have, if you guys have any sermon notes or discussion guide that you want people to be able to download after they listen to it or they're watching on your website, then you can add that here. And then the sermon type, of course, is Bible study or Sunday. And this categorizes where the sermon will display and show up. And then the other stuff we have here, I click the wrench right here, and then I click document. And then we have the sermon image. So this is the featured image for the sermon, and I recommend either using a graphic that you make for that sermon or taking a picture each Sunday. A simple, solid iPhone shot will suffice and work. And then when you make your sermon, there will be a little thing up here that says publish. Obviously, we're just changing one that already exists, and so we have update instead of publish. And then once we publish, we can view the sermon. Now you can see that image is changed in the background, and all of these things up here make sense. The speaker, the date, so on and so forth. And that is how you add brand new sermons to your Flint Ridge website.